Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, the 13th of June. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks so much for stopping by this morning. You picked a good morning to visit us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have some valuable information coming to you from the Metropolitan Nashville Airport. We talk with the Assistant Vice President of Corporate Communications, Stacey Nickens. She shares with us the latest happenings and developments and what you can expect when you either travel to or from BNA. After that, our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, shares his visit to Sweet Charlotte out of Charlotte, which is in Dickson County. And then I figured this is the best time to reshare our segment that we did with the owner of Sweet Charlotte to show you the variety of popcorn. You also get a glimpse at all the sodas that they have on hand and the delicious candy. But first, let's get a check of our headlines. Looking at headlines, I wanted to first confirm that I shared the correct date for the F&M Bank Arena and Ford Ice Center Clarksville's grand opening celebration. This is taking place on Saturday. The date for you to mark down is July 15th. That is the Saturday date. This location is said to be the premier destination for sports and live entertainment. It'll have Austin Peay men's and women's basketball games, conferences, and so much more. So again, the grand opening is July 15th, the grand opening celebration, and that is set to be an interactive experience from 11 in the morning until 3. Mark it down. Have you heard of One Generation Away? For those who have not, it is a nonprofit organization that rescues high-quality surplus food from grocery stores, restaurants, farms, and caterers to redistribute to individuals and families experiencing a food insecurity. They do amazing things. One Gen Away also has a mobile pantry that operates on Saturdays throughout Middle Tennessee. Now, locations do change, so where do you need to go to find all mobile pantry dates and locations? We'll visit mainstreetmediatn.com to get that website. And then on June 19th, the Murfreesboro Municipal Airport will be closed for at least 30 days for required maintenance work on the runway, taxiway, and apron, according to a news release from the city of Murfreesboro. Bad weather could affect the maintenance project and extend that timeline. Learn more about this project and the Murfreesboro Municipal Airport by going to murfreesboropost.com. Well, yesterday morning it was a little chilly. Before that, over the weekend, it was a little hot. So what can we expect in our coming days? Well, we're turning to Tennessee Valley weather for the answer.
Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check of your forecast for the rest of your Tuesday as well as for the rest of the week. We are starting off relatively calm for this morning. However, we will start to see a few rounds of showers and storms. I think the bulk of the activity is going to stay south of the Tennessee-Alabama state line. However, we could still see a few showers and storms in southern Middle Tennessee heading into this afternoon, but those shower and storms are going to start to pick up as we get closer to lunchtime. Again, still just skirting our area. However, we will still see the potential for a few showers and storms to pass on through for this afternoon. And then heading into this evening, we do dry out a little bit, but we are going to hold on to a chance for a shower or storm, but then eventually dying down overnight. But then heading into your Wednesday, going to get a little bit more rainy. You can see that here on your 7-day forecast. We're increasing the chances to 50% for your Wednesday, starting as early as the morning for showers and thunderstorms. But check it out. For today, we're going to hit a high temperature of 76 degrees, getting back into the lower 80s by Wednesday, and then mid to upper 80s as we round out the work week, as we also dry out a little bit as rain chances do decrease heading into Thursday and Friday.
Well, this morning we are going to be joined by the Assistant Vice President of Corporate Communications from the Metropolitan Nashville Airport. We have Stacey Nickens with us, and I'm keeping it short because she has so much information for all of us who fly in and out of the airport often enough. Stacey, good morning to you, and thanks again.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So first off, what is new when if we haven't been to the airport in a minute, what's happening there that we may need to check out when we go or just be aware of?
I think travelers will be blown away when they come through the doors of BNA. We have now opened our grand lobby. We have these huge multimedia screens that encompass all the elements of Tennessee. We have a beautiful sculpture. We now have one central checkpoint. The two sides are now gone, and we have a host of concessions and retail services for all of our travelers to enjoy.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know I mean, again, every time I've been to the airport in the past couple of years, there's been something going on or some sort of construction in the process. And I'm sure there's been some frustration with with passengers that are coming in and out. What have you been able to say to them to be like, hey, you know what, this will be over before you know it, and your travel will be a little bit easier coming through Nashville?
Well, what you would see is that we are ending our first $1 billion investment, which is part of our BNA Vision program.
Mhm.
We are culminating that this year with the opening of our new hotel. And I say all that to say is that the roadway infrastructure is the last piece of the puzzle to be done. So we are starting it. We are working with TDOT to get that started, and that will last to 2028. Our roadways will go from 3 lanes to 6 lanes. And in order to do that, we have to phase that out over time. But what we try to encourage our passengers is don't stop on the roadway. Keep moving forward. Become familiar with the process so that we make it a more seamless experience for everyone.
Well, let's talk about the number of people you have flying in and out of BNA. What does that number look like, say, maybe annually?
Well, last year we had 18.4 million passengers to come through there. That was a record-breaking year for us. This year we're expected to do 20 million passengers through the checkpoint, and we will know that by the 1st of July. So we're excited that we keep hitting these milestones because we believe that this airport is for everyone, and we want this to be an enjoyable experience for passengers near and far coming through the doors of BNA.
Well, let's talk about that hotel that is going to be there. When is that opening up? Because again, I know it's going to be beautiful on the inside.
Well, our hotel is going to be a Hilton BNA. It is scheduled to open December 31st. Going to have 292 rooms, 6 suites, a rooftop bar and lounge. And we just think it's going to be the best thing that has ever happened here at our airport.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. What has it been like for you to be able to work on this and to work with all the different entities to get all of it done?
You know, it's been busy, but it's really gratifying when you see the faces of the travelers as they come through the door and they look in amazement of all the changes that have taken place, because this is the first renovation plan since 1987 here at the airport.
Oh,
So
wow.
as you can imagine, this looks different for everyone who hasn't traveled in quite some time when they come to BNA.
Oh, I would say so. I would say anything else in the future that we should be aware of that could be happening there at BNA?
Yeah, so we've also embarked upon our next $1 billion investment, and that's New Horizon. That will be the expansion of concourses D and A to make room for more airlines that are interested in doing business here at the airport. In addition to that, in September of this year, we are opening our marketplace and new international arrivals facility. That international marketplace will consist of concessions such as Prince's Fried Chicken, Slim and Huskies, Acme Feed and Seed, a Titans bar, a Prince bar, as well as a glass area that you can look out into the airways and see the planes being landed as they arrive at BNA.
Oh, wow. Well, speaking of international flights, will we see more international flights?
We hope, that's always up for negotiation. We're really looking forward to more airlines having a conversation about expanding that service, and more to come on that. Stay tuned.
We most definitely will. Is there anything that I haven't asked you? And then could you answer for me, what sets BNA apart from the other airports that we have here in our country?
We feel that BNA offers a warm and welcoming experience. We are the first and last impression of the city. So what you see when you come through BNA, not only do we have the food that represents the city, we also have live music on our stages that represent everything that you'll see across Nashville. We're known as Music City, and music starts right here in our airport.
I want to touch on actually one more thing before we let you get on with your day. A lot of us are traveling with someone with either a handicap or disability, and sometimes we need the wheelchair. I have to say kudos to BNA for how lovely they are. When my mother, we traveled last year, and they were incredibly helpful. They were right there, when we needed them. I hope that never changes. I hope they always stay just as pleasant and helpful as those individuals are. Fantastic.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, we try to encourage, if you have someone who needs additional time or has mobility issues, we encourage you to work with your airlines to make sure you have that service available to assist you during that process.
Well, is there anything else, Stacey, that I haven't asked you that you think people want to know or that they need to know about BNA?
I would like to let everyone know that our new cell phone lot is no longer at our terminal. It is now down the road on Murfreesboro Pike, across from the Monell's facility. We've gone from 44 spaces here at our terminal to 292. It's safe. We have a guard. We have a screen up so that you can track the flights of your loved ones or family or friends.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for all of this information, just for giving us your time. And believe you me, I'm going to be in touch again to continue to get updates on what is happening. But Stacey, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on today. You have a wonderful day, Stefanie.
You too. Have a blessed one. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up for you right after this.
Vroom, vroom. Time for the Rackley Roofing 200, and it is going to be June 23rd out at the Nashville Super Speedway. And we partnered up, all of us here at Main Street Media TV, and we have joined with Rackley Roofing to send you. Yep, what you got to do to win? All you got to do is go to your favorite Main Street Media website, look for the Enter to Win banner, click there, and you're in. Like Flynn. Isn't that cool? Main Street Media TV and Rackley Roofing sending you to the races.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Welcome back to Today's Better Health. I'm Colleen Barton, and I'm here with Dr. Gil Kentoff and Dr. Wendy Toohey, and we're talking about the latest treatments in back and neck pain.
Many people, Colleen, come to see us with neck and back pain, and they develop tingling and numbness down the arm or lower back pain that develops into sciatica shooting down their leg. And for these patients, we have an advanced treatment technology, non-surgical decompression therapy that we really introduced to this area. It separates the vertebrae and creates a suction to allow fluids and nutrients back in to heal the disc naturally, relieving pressure on the nerve and on the joint. It's an amazing treatment.
We've been helping patients like this for the last 30 years, helping them get back to work, get back to their family, get back to the life they want to live.
I mean, it really is amazing. Technology helping us to live pain-free and better lives.
Right.
And I bet you have a special offer.
The first 25 callers will receive an examination, x-rays, review of our findings, and their first treatment, all for $39.
Call 615-551-3897 today to receive this special offer.
Vote for us Best Burgers and Breakfast in the Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. We look forward to serving you. Thank you for your vote.
Please vote Pamela with First Lending Solutions, online best mortgage lender in Main Street Awards Best of Dixon County. Thank you for your vote.
Welcome back. There is a cute little shop in Charlotte, Tennessee, which is in Dickson County, that I swear if you blink when you're driving past it, you're going to miss it. But if you're looking, you will be sure to pull in to one of their parking places. I'm talking Sweet Charlotte. It's a cool little spot with a variety of popcorn, sodas, and just very old school. And to tell us more and to talk more about it, because this is a spot that I've been to, we have our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, with us. Tom, first off, thanks so much as always.
Good morning, ma'am. Glad to see you.
Good to see you too. So this spot I absolutely love. I've made a visit there. Still can never get over the variety of popcorns that they have. I love it. It's like a peanut butter chocolate popcorn that they have that I love. But also, I mean, so many sodas. What did you think during your visit?
The idea of all of those bottled sodas, soft drinks, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know where you're going to talk about sodas, but all those bottled soft drinks were just an absolute trip. I mean, to be able to get Cheerwine from North Carolina, or Reading Draft Cola from Pennsylvania, or American Root Beer from Washington State. And Dr. Enough, ENUF, from Johnson City, Tennessee. It's a treat, and you just don't expect it out in a little bitty Middle Tennessee town.
No, you really don't. And again, being from Dickson County and knowing Charlotte, and I remember when they first opened and I stopped by, I guess it was a year or so after they opened up. And I was just, again, I was really surprised at what they have built right there, because you have, of course, the popcorns, the sodas, but they also have breakfast and lunch now.
They have a good grill and a nice outdoor eating and playing around space. They just have a whole lot going at almost a bump in the road. And it's as I said, it's a real surprise. It's kind of as much of a surprise almost for people to find out that that's there as they are to find out that Charlotte is actually the county seat.
Yes. I'm curious, how did you come across Sweet Charlotte?
Somebody told me about it along the way, and I just made a detour there just to get sugared up, and it worked. For your viewers to know, one of the fun things is they have a popcorn bar. 15 varieties of popcorn out of the many that they have, and you can take samples. I don't really think you can take too much. They don't seem to mind you keep trying one after another, because you're going to settle on something. The one that I got hooked on almost was it was called a peanut butter munch.
Yeah.
And the sales clerk said, put it in the freezer first. And that is so good frozen. I can't describe it.
Stop it. Okay, I put everything in the freezer, but she did not share that with me when I was there.
No, it's a real treat. And to me, another treat of the place is that building that it's in is way old. It has had a half a dozen uses. It's been a general store, a grocery store, a hardware store, an antiques place. And then along come Jeff and Marianne Wadell, transplants from Texas back in 2019, they told me, and they opened a confectionery. I don't know who would have guessed that would have been the next life for that building.
I don't think anyone could have guessed that, thinking of, it being a confectionery. Like, they have a number of candies. So I know we've kind of touched on the popcorn, the sodas, but the old school, like the candies that would take, someone back to their childhood.
Oh, they have all kinds of tooth-breaking hard candy, giant lollipops.
Yes.
Jeff told me that their biggest candy seller, though, is taffy.
I'm not surprised.
They apparently sell it by the truckload.
Well, I don't know about you. My favorite part of my entire visit was that big frog in the very back. Thanks for popping in.
Mr. Frog is there. Yes. Absolutely.
Is there anything else that stands out in your head about Sweet Charlotte?
I think for somebody who's looking for it the first time, it's in a very funky intersection. And if you see it and you're past it, don't worry. Go somewhere and turn around and be safe. I think that's the real trick to Sweet Charlotte, is that it's in a weird, funky little location at a T intersection almost of two state highways, and just turn around and go back and find yourself a parking place then.
And I do have to note, if you were traveling through Charlotte and you do exactly what Tom said, you miss it, turn around, go back. If they have a full parking lot, sometimes you can park across the street if it's a weekend and the businesses there are closed, because again, parking is tricky, but it is worth stopping in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody needs a sugar high every once in a while.
Yes. And again, like I mentioned, they have lunch now. Did you try their chicken strips?
No, but I had a really good burger.
Burger is good. The chicken strips are out of this world too, surprisingly.
Very good.
I feel like I love when I'm able to share something with you, Tom, since this is a place that I actually know.
Oh, I'm delighted that you're out there exploring Middle Tennessee as well.
Checking off my list, because I have my book. I have your book, 100 Things to Do in Nashville Before I Die. I'm checking off my list.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Tom. Until the next time, again, this time, Sweet Charlotte, I wonder what's in store for us next. Tom, thank you as always.
Thank you. It's fun being with you, and keep traveling.
You too, sir. All right, stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street because we're not done yet, and we'll be right back.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bar 2.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.
Music City will be rocking June 23rd through the 25th with a different sound. The sound of NASCAR. The Ally 400 is back at Nashville Superspeedway, and this year, it's a night race. NASCAR in Nashville. It's guitars and fast cars under the lights. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to get your tickets today for the triple header weekend.
Main Street Awards Best of Dixon County is happening now. Please vote for Redbird Realty. We appreciate your support.
Vote for us Best Insurance in the Main Street Awards Best of Dixon voting. Micah Blount State Farm Insurance. Thank you for your vote.
Welcome back. Well, you know, Tom shared all of the sodas that he saw there at Sweet Charlotte in Charlotte. Well, you know, we shared a story with you a few months ago. It was on National Popcorn Day. You can find many sweet and salty treats there at Sweet Charlotte. So this morning we take a look back at the variety of popcorn and some of the candy and the entire store where Sweet Charlotte is located.
From chocolate-covered popcorn to spicy popcorn to savory popcorn and the old-fashioned kettle corn and caramel. The name of the business is Sweet Charlotte, and the fact that we're in Charlotte, Tennessee, my wife and I came up with sweet, being that we're a candy shop and a popcorn shop, and we have a number of popcorns that are sweet. So we're from Dallas, and we were planning on putting a popcorn shop in the Nashville area. We came here because of my daughter. She had her first, and we sold the business in Dallas. We were going to have a popcorn shop in Bellevue, and then this property came for sale, and I decided that the location of the building, even though it's in this very small community, that we could probably make something special. The whole the building just screams. It screams old-fashioned. The building was built in 1940. So it was easy for us to try to create a candy shop, popcorn shop that brings back old times. I think we do, on average, about 1,000 bags a month, just in bags, and I don't know how many in terms of candy, but. And then our canister and buckets, we have buckets that we've branded as Finn's Popcorn. Our bags are Finn's Popcorn. The Finn we've named Finn Popcorn because of my first grandchild is named Finn. So we named it Finn. We've had as many as probably 20 or 30 different varieties. What we've found out, though, that I was throwing a number of popcorns out because we try to keep freshness to it. So we have on average probably 15. But our number one popcorn is caramel. We sell just a ton of caramel. And our novelty popcorn is our Tennessee whiskey. So we sell quite a bit of Tennessee whiskey. We've been approached by some distilleries about the possibility of having our popcorn in their place. But and then we have caramel drizzle and some of those kinds of things. And we have what's called peanut butter munch that we just sell a ton of. We can almost not even keep up with the demand on peanut butter.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Vote for Area 51 Tech Solutions for Best Computer and Electronic Repair in Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. Thank you for your vote.
Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. Vote for us in Best Burger, Best Dessert, Best Overall Restaurant, Best To Go, Best Dining Deal.
Welcome back. We're taking a look back this morning to Saturday morning at 3rd and Lindsley in Nashville. This is Backstage Nashville. It happens every Saturday morning, and you'll find Devin O'Day as the host of Backstage Nashville. I was able to hear some singer-songwriters. It was a phenomenal morning. Some of those singer-songwriters this past time was Ray Stevenson, Wyatt McCubbin, Justin Wilson, Jim Beavers. They were all phenomenal. So if you ever get a chance, you're out in Nashville on a Saturday morning, swing by 3rd and Lindsley. Again, you want to get there before 12:15. That's typically when they have their opening act, and it will continue on until about 2:45, 3 in the afternoon. But a fun spot to see some of Nashville's incredible singer-songwriters. Thanks so much for joining us here on Mornings on Main Street this morning. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.